December 7th, 1941. While the world focuses on the carnage at Pearl Harbor, a Japanese Zero fighter pilot crash lands on a tiny Hawaiian island where the 136 residents don't even know what electricity is, let alone that World War II has just begun. Within days, this isolated paradise will become a battlefield. 3 people will die, and the aftermath of this forgotten incident will change the fate of 120,000 Japanese Americans. This is the story of the only place in the Hawaiian Islands where the enemy actually landed on American soil. December 7th, 1941, 7:55 a.m., Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The first wave of Japanese aircraft screams out of the sky. Within minutes, the American Pacific Fleet is burning. Over 2,400 Americans will die before the day is done. But while Pearl Harbor burns, one Japanese pilot is about to have a very different morning. His name is Airman First Class Shigenori Nishikaichi, and in about 6 hours, he's going to crash land on an island where most people have never seen an airplane, let alone a war. Niihau. Population 136. No electricity, no running water, no telephones, no roads, no cars. Just one isolated Hawaiian island owned by one family who've kept it deliberately cut off from the modern world. The Robinson family purchased Niihau in 1864 from King Kamehameha V for $10,000. For nearly 80 years, they've maintained it as a private sanctuary where native Hawaiians can live their traditional lifestyle isolated from Western influence. Visitors aren't welcome. Even other Hawaiian Islanders need permission to visit. It's called the Forbidden Island. And on December 7th, 1941, the Forbidden Island is about to get a very unwelcome visitor. 2 p.m. Nishikaichi's Zero fighter has been damaged during the Pearl Harbor attack. He's supposed to rendezvous with a Japanese submarine at a predetermined location, but his plane is losing fuel fast. He needs to land now. Below him, he spots Niihau. It's not on his military maps. The island is so isolated that even Japanese military intelligence has overlooked it. But it's land and his engine is sputtering. He has no choice. Nishikaichi brings his Zero down in a field near the small village of Puuwai. The landing is rough but successful. His plane is damaged but mostly intact, including the classified documents in his cockpit and the machine guns still mounted in the wings. Within minutes, curious villagers surround the strange aircraft. They've never seen anything like it. Most have never seen a car, let alone a military fighter. The first to reach Nishikaichi is Havila Kaleohano, a native Hawaiian and one of Niihau's few residents who's traveled to other islands. He immediately notices the rising sun insignia on the plane. He doesn't know about Pearl Harbor yet. There's no radio on Niihau, no way to receive news, but he knows that symbol means Japan. Something feels wrong. Kaleohano searches Nishikaichi and confiscates his pistol and papers, including maps with Pearl Harbor circled. He still doesn't know what's happened, but his instincts tell him this pilot is dangerous. The villagers don't know what to do. Their usual practice when rare visitors arrive is to extend traditional Hawaiian hospitality. But this visitor came in a warplane with weapons. They decide to hold Nishikaichi until Howard Kaleohano, Havila's relative, can travel to the main island of Kauai and report the incident to authorities. The problem, the only boat off Niihau is on the other side of the island, and it's Sunday. The boat won't depart until Monday morning. Nishikaichi will have to stay overnight. The villagers decide to house him with Ishimatsu Shintani and Yoshio Harada, both are Hawaiian-born Japanese Americans who've lived on Niihau for years, working as sharecroppers. This decision will prove catastrophic. That night, Shintani and Harada speak with Nishikaichi in Japanese. He tells them about Pearl Harbor, about the attack, about how Japan is now at war with the United States. Shintani is horrified. Harada is conflicted. Monday morning, December 8th. Howard Kaleohano takes the boat to Kauai to report the crashed pilot. He expects to return by evening with authorities, but he doesn't return. Why? Because when he arrives in Kauai and reports the Japanese pilot, he learns about Pearl Harbor. He learns that martial law has been declared across Hawaii. he learns that all boat traffic to Niihau has been suspended indefinitely for security reasons. Kaleohano is stuck on Kauai. The people of Niihau have no way of knowing what's happened, and Nishikaichi realizes this is his chance. Over the next few days, Nishikaichi works on Harada. He appeals to his Japanese heritage. He suggests that Japan might win the war and that Harada should help him escape, for his own sake, if Japan conquers Hawaii. He promises rewards. Meanwhile, the Niihau villagers are getting worried. Why hasn't anyone come from Kauai? Why is this pilot still here? They station guards around him, but they're not soldiers. They're farmers and fishermen who've never seen combat. Friday, December 12th, 5 days after the crash, Harada makes his decision. He's going to help Nishikaichi escape, whether it's out of fear, ethnic loyalty, coercion, or a genuine belief that Japan will win. We'll never know for certain, but he chooses to help the enemy pilot. Harada and his wife Irene visit Nishikaichi. They bring sake, they distract the guards, and when the moment comes, Harada steals a shotgun and helps Nishikaichi escape. The two men run to the crashed Zero. Nishikaichi retrieves his machine guns and papers. Now they're armed. Their first target? Hawila Kaleohano's house. They want those documents back. The maps, the radio codes, the classified information Kaleohano took from the plane. They set fire to Kaleohano's house. But Kaleohano's not there. He's still stuck on Kauai. The fire alerts the entire village. Now everyone knows something terrible is happening. Nishikaichi and Harada take hostages. They grab Ben Kanahele and his wife Ella. Ben is a large, strong Hawaiian man, but he's unarmed. Nishikaichi has a pistol and a shotgun. The standoff begins. For hours, Harada and Nishikaichi hold the Kanaheles captive while the villagers find and return the pilot's papers. The villagers refuse. They've hidden in the hills. Some are preparing to counterattack with whatever weapons they can find, axes, knives, rocks. Ben Kanahele is 50 years old. He's a farmer, not a warrior. He's never been in a fight in his life. But as he watches this Japanese pilot terrorize his village, something inside him hardens. He makes eye contact with his wife Ella. No words are needed. They both understand what must be done. In one explosive moment, Ben lunges at Nishikaichi. The pilot fires 3 times. Ben is hit. Once in the chest, once in the groin, once in the side. The bullets tear through him. He should go down. He should die. He doesn't. With superhuman determination fueled by rage and protective instinct, Ben Kanahele lifts the pilot off the ground and slams him into a stone wall. Ella joins in, grabbing whatever she can, a rock, and hitting Nishikaichi repeatedly. The fight is brutal and brief. Ben, despite his gunshot wounds, smashes Nishikaichi's head against the wall with such force that the pilot's skull fractures. Nishikaichi dies. At that moment, seeing his ally killed and the situation hopeless, Yoshio Harada turns his shotgun on himself. He fires. The blast kills him instantly. The Niihau incident is over. 3 people are dead. 1 Japanese pilot, 1 Japanese-American collaborator, and... Wait. Ben Kanahele doesn't die. Against all odds, despite being shot 3 times at close range, he survives. He's rushed to Kauai for medical treatment and makes a full recovery. For his actions, he's awarded the Purple Heart and the Medal for Merit. Rare honors for a civilian. But the consequences of the Niihau incident extend far beyond this tiny island. When news of the incident reaches the mainland United States, it causes panic. A Japanese pilot crash lands in Hawaii, and Japanese-American residents help him. They choose Japan over America. They take up arms against their neighbors.
This becomes Exhibit A in the argument for Japanese-American internment.